first discovered my passion for journalism is my high school newspaper. I learned that when I wrote a story for the newspaper, I had the right to go out and interview people, ask questions, and talk to fascinating folks who I never would have gotten a chance to meet otherwise. It was a great sensation, and I decided that this would be a good thing to be involved with for the rest of my life.
I think the pivotal moment for me to decide to stay in journalism was after I got a job as a sports columnist at the New York Post, and that's when the fun really started, and I really loved the action of being in the city, and that really made me think, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
If you're going to be a good journalist, you have to have a passion for the events of your time. You have to care about talking to people who are total strangers. You have to be able to handle evidence very carefully to understand what it means. You have to be able to ask questions. You have to be able to write in ways that make people want to read what you've written. You have to be honest at all times. You have to be very hardworking. You have to learn as much as possible about the world so that the stories that you write have real meaning and a lot of resonance for your readers.
A good journalist wants to know 10% more than the reader and 10% less than the expert. They want to get to be well-versed in a subject or a story, to know what's going on. That's that intellectual curiosity is so important.
The Department of Journalism at Rutgers Newark has recruited some excellent teachers. We have Dr. Robert Snyder, who is the Director of American Studies. Alan Walper is a journalism professor who is a seasoned journalist. He's been here since the start of the program. Charisse Jones from USA Today. Mark Diono, who is the columnist at the Star-Ledger and a former editor there. We have Doug Doyle, who has had a long career in radio, and he teaches radio.
Anytime that you can have someone who has been in the field or who has been recognized by their peers in their field, teach, and it's a huge advantage.
I think what makes the journalism program at Rutgers Newark a cut above, really special, is that we are so hands-on with our students. We are working journalists who have such a passion for the profession. We pass that along to our students. We also give them practical assignments. They are covering the city of Newark. They're covering the area, not just the campus. So by the time they get into a journalism job, they've already had experience in journalism.
You'll learn from professors who also know about the past and present of journalism and know how to connect the world of the news to the world of politics, culture, and society outside it. It's a great education and a great opportunity to learn in all ways.
As a journalist major, I feel that self-expression and knowledge are really important aspects of our learning process, and I think that the Rutgers Newark Journalism Department really allows us to express ourselves.
There aren't many programs like the one at Rutgers Newark where you have teachers from the journalism profession with many accolades teaching students and giving them practical hands-on experience by sending them out there onto the streets of Newark, finding their own stories, reporting their own stories, writing their own stories. It's very much a collaborative effort between the staff and the students. And I think you can really feel that here.
You're part of a community of the people that are in the news and making the news, and you are one of those people. You are basically making the news. And I've always found that to be a lot of fun.